on the sun porch, guys, and we're gonna start another cleaning project. We've seen 336 Marlin is awful dirty. We'll go there. It's super dirty, super cruddy. I'm guessing this is part of my problem with late primer strikes with that gun and having a hard time cycling that rifle. So we're gonna start here, clean the mess out of it, and we'll go from there. Because it's pretty grim and pretty heavily filthy. Anything carbon, pot of residue, a whole bunch of grease, a whole bunch of oil. It's like almost tar. This gun's probably from the 60s or 70s, so I would assume it needs cleaned. All back together. Can't really show you step by step, but it's all back together and clean. 336 Marlin and 35 Remington. There's a few videos online and on YouTube that show how to fully take this apart and fully put it back together. Just watch one of those videos and follow it closely and just slow it down. That's what I did to put this back together. I'll let you know now, hammer spring is a very pain in the butt. And that's a factory spring, not a heavy spring in this gun. But it's back together. Cycle's fine. Everything. So we'll be back in the woods come Saturday or Sunday after Thanksgiving hunting deer. Either with this or my other rifle. I would really like to get a deer with this rifle, both though. It was super gritty, super nasty inside. I took hot piece number 9, good scrubbing. Sprayed some of those parts off with brake clean, or what I call mass airflow cleaner, really quick. And then I mostly scrubbed everything down with, I gave up on that because I don't have a little bit of it. And I want to scrub everything down and dipping everything in just plain old-fashioned hot water and alcohol. Re-oiled everything with Rem oil. The bolt I actually touched up with a little bit of Molly just to make it a little bit more slicker. I feel like Molly is what I use on my AR bolts, and they just happen to not stick so much, and they stay nice and smooth. And that's the Molly I usually use as super lube. Multi-purpose synthetic. Usually I don't use it on my bolts like my ARs. I use it on this gun to make it a little bit more slicker because I feel with Rem oil, it was still dragging a little bit. Because it's really rough inside those guns. And the parts are pretty much, I had to scrub them with a heavy scrubbing. There was a lot of carbon on them, a lot of buildup from old powder from years ago, and a lot of old oil. Just laid it and basically tarnished it and turned into yucky tar residue. There's a few parts in there that I had to touch up. A little bit of that with a Q-tip. Basically on a hammer. Where the hammer spring goes, and then the lifter. They were pretty well, had spots on them caked with carbon. I had to use it. I just used a Q-tip and just wiped it in, then just wiped it off with a towel. And I was able to remove all of it. So that stuff works really good for getting rid of carbon. Trying to polish that carbon off. Clean up the metal really good. So, I know that'll work out. But other than that, guys, we'll catch you hunting probably. We'll catch you back on the range. So I got more loads to test. Gardening is done here. So, we'll be catching you hunting or reloading. One of the two. We'll catch you later.